Now, Toby, I know you're going to want to compare this. And fire away, I guess.
Well, let's start off with me saying.
Well, let's just say we're the Raw, and this is our review of Evil Dead 2013 version.
I wish I wouldn't have paid money to see it. I'm sorry. I know there's people out there that were like, "Oh, it's this awesome flick, and it's got everything in it, practical effects, and everything a good movie has." Well, it didn't have Bruce Campbell. Sorry,
It did.
It it had him for maybe 3 seconds.
Oh, well, I forgot. It's got a spoiler.
Spoiler. It had him for 3 seconds at the end of it.
After the
Which
credit.
totally made me mad. I just wanted him to be in it so bad.
Him and Sam Raimi, the director of the original, they were executive producers.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell he had his hand in it, but he didn't really get everything that he wanted in the movie.
But let's get into it. So, Evil Dead. You know this story. In fact, Evil Dead's probably the one that started this whole trend. 5 teenagers, you go out to a cabin in the woods. In fact, cabin in the woods, and all hell breaks loose.
Pretty much. And
they find a book.
There's one idiot that everybody says, "Don't read from the book." Well,
the book is covered in barbed wire, right?
It's with skin.
It's wrapped like in paper under the barbed wire. You open it, and it's like skin stitched together. That's the binding.
Written in blood.
Yeah, written in blood. It has pentagram. Well, of course, if you saw the pentagrams, that'd be too late. You'd already have opened it.
And when you start reading from it, the winds pick up and everything. It's a cool movie. Like the first time I seen it, I was like 12 years old. My stepdad had just showed it to me, and I fell in love with it. Now,
I don't remember the storyline if it's the same thing in the original, but this one, the main girl, she's a druggie, and so they're trying to just, instead of taking her to rehab, like the responsible thing to do, they take her out to cabin, God knows where, and basically just isolate her from the world. It's like, no, you can't, you're not going home. And
which
so
is never good.
That kind of makes sense when she starts saying stuff like, I want to go home, because she actually has logical reasons, but people are like, oh, you just want your drugs back. So that, it makes sense at first why they want to go home.
She wants to go home. I mean, the things start happening to her first, and then
she gets raped by a tree.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, she does. Which I think was just totally tacky and just not meant to be in an Evil Dead movie.
That wasn't the original.
But it wasn't like that.
It wasn't?
No. But, I don't know, the story is, well, it's not that I don't have a problem with her being, well, Ash being a girl. I mean, your first...
There's no character in this named Ash.
Oh, yeah, but anyway, I thought it was going to be her brother.
Save that for spoilers.
All right.
I don't know, maybe it's a spoiler.
Do you want to do spoiler?
Yeah, but I'll touch on the positives. I was really looking forward to this movie because we live in this world now where, because the original Evil Dead, they had such a small budget for it. They had to use all these practical effects, and they had to use the fake arms, and that's what I liked, is that's when Hollywood felt real. And now, every time I think about CGI, I think of the new Man of Steel, and everything, I know it was a Zack Snyder movie, but everything about that movie was just computer generated. And so much in Hollywood now, it's just like, oh, just use computers and all that. But I like the fact that they use, I'd say a good 90-95% of this movie was practical effects. Like, they used, well, not real blood, but...
real blood and flesh.
Like, they used, like, prop arms and...
legs and things like that. I mean, when you see, like...
And so that really... I think that really sucks you into it more because it's not computer generated, so it makes it feel more real. And the special effects in this movie, I mean, I don't mean I may sound like a psychopath after you see it, but the special effects are really, really good. The
That
practical effects.
that they are. I mean, in the first one, uh, in the original, there's a scene where he's getting flipped around in a car, and they actually put him in a tilt-a-whirl thing for that scene, and he got sick because they filmed it so many times. He got sick, and he got so dizzy he had to quit filming for 2 days.
And honestly, if that's all you're looking for, just teenagers just being thrown into a meat grinder, I know that's a morbid way of putting it.
But this is for you.
Yeah, this is the movie for you, and you may love it. I honestly, I I like the violence and stuff. I'm calling me a sick freak or whatever, but I really liked it. And there's really nothing much more to it than that. And I know that sounds like that's what you see in the trailer.
That's what you're gonna get.
More specifically, what you see in the Red Band trailer is what you're gonna get. So, for that reason, no good storyline. I'll give it a 3.
3 out of 5. I'll give it a 1.5.
Wow, didn't expect that.
Yeah, 1.5. I did not like this movie.
Right.
Most people are gonna think I'm sexist, but it wasn't that. It wasn't the fact that they made the main character a girl or anything. That was cool, but I just didn't get I didn't like the story. I mean, the story was okay, but I mean, I didn't like how they did it or how the director did it. That's just my opinion. You can have yours.
Now we're gonna get into some spoilers. I don't think it really matters, honestly. Like I said, if you want blood and gore, then you get it. I mean, that's all there really is to this movie. But go ahead, say it.
Well, the main person is a chick, like I said before. It's not that bothered me. I actually was hoping the brother was going to be him, because the main character, because he had the plaid shirt on, and he had that rough, edgy, smart aleck type act to his. He acted like that. She didn't.
She becomes infected. She's the first one to become infected by the demon or whatever. And so it's like, most people, I kind of have a feeling it'd still be her, I think, just because he told me. But I think I have a feeling most people might not see it coming, but some people might not. But, yeah. And then at the end of the credits, this is also a spoiler, but it shows... This is the part. He was expecting like Bruce Campbell to be in
it because they said he was gonna he's gonna be in it, and
but
just what did we get? We got 3 seconds of him turning and saying whatever he said.
He says or "Hail to the King."
He says "Hail to the King." Really, 3 seconds.
And it's not even like you can't even see anything behind him. It's just black. They probably filmed it at his house with a light, just a lamp on him. It was just like. Hail to the King.
And that's it. I was so mad. You have no idea. I wanted to just throw my drink at the screen, throw my popcorn, and just storm out. But I will probably, just for the sake of saying I own it, I'll probably buy it. But I maybe watch it another time just to see if I get the same impression. But other than that, I don't think I will. Well,
now, do you remember, was the original that comedic? It had that...
Yeah, it had that dry sense of humor. And
I don't remember
it was good.
The sense of humor.
It was pretty good. I liked it.
I did notice a few funny lines in this.
I mean, there was a few kind of chuckles.
But that's our review of Evil Dead, and this is The Raw signing off. I didn't just flip you off. That was this finger, not... Okay.